Let us continue playing Space Hulk. We're in the Harbinger of Despair campaign, and it's a data download mission. Our Marines will enter from these coordinates. We'll have to operate the object marked at that location. The foe will come in from those 4, and the enemy is present at those 4. No time limit. So all we have to do is get one Marine there and then use the device. So, this sounds like it should be... I don't know, actually. Strangely, this sounds easier, so I'm probably going to have a harder time with it. Helping us out, though, is the awesomeness of... Where is he? Akriel, who is a flamer now with a power sword. So, yeah, that's an awesome thing. I didn't realise originally he was the flamer troop, to be fair. So we have to get to there, operate it. Right. We don't have a lot of spare time units here. Also, that's an annoying thing to have to face off against early. So we'll start off by moving you 2 down and 1 along. There. So you're going to be marching down that middle. We're going to be using the flamer probably quite aggressively here. I'm going to use up all the time units, I know, but this is just so he's in the right position and isn't going to block off any other movement. And we still got 2, actually. You are going to use your 4... No, darn it. Well, I've used the points anyway. So you're going to move to there. That might actually not be a very safe location for very long, so I'll have to live with that. You get to there. You get to there. Yep, thank you. Right. So the basic plan is we're going to have 4 sort of areas down here. We're going to march both the sergeants down the middle and use everything else to try and hold them off. That's the plan. It's not going to work, but hey, that's the... Oh, darn it. I've realised what I should really have done there, but... Fine, with the flamer out of the way, you are going to start taking some shots. And that was a success, so we can now actually advance you... Actually... Right. Oh, that is awesome shooting, sir. You are leg end, sir. You are a Mr. Leg End. Right. You advance. Unfortunately, we don't have spare time units to put some Overwatches on, but that has worked out rather nicely for us, actually, because now we got this entire area pretty much locked down. I can lock this area down quite nicely now. You can't really move. But yeah, with a flamer there as well, I'm thinking we're going to add to Akriel's massive kill count. Who's still got some movement? You do, but there's not a lot you can actually do, so we'll just... No point in putting you in Overwatch either. End turn. Yeah, I figured that would happen. Right, so now we have to see what we can do in terms of blocking off the route. There's nothing in the middle other than the possible route down here, but there's not a lot we can do about that. So first thing, we're going to open the door, move forward 1 space, and get slightly annoyed that we can't see anything. Right. So options are there. I think we're just going to have to slowly advance these 2. We're not going to rush with these 2. We need to make sure we've got all the other areas pretty much secured. So the only thing I can really do to assist at this stage is to lock that group down there. So if I use your turn to go torch and retreat, I can then swap you round with you. Go 1, 2, 3, 4 Overwatch. Because ideally I don't really want to move too much beyond that. I'm actually quite happy to leave this guy at the back here and being the main Overwatch person here. These 2 I want to sort of run in and secure things at a later date, but I'm still going to advance you 4 forward there. And your job is going to stay at the back and shoot things. So you really don't have a lot of time units left, do you? So all you can do there is Overwatch. You can't even do that. I might have made a set of silly decisions here. So we're going to keep advancing with you because that seems silly as well. Good. That's good if one of you can shoot. You can fight though. Good fight. Okay. So that area is starting to get away from us a little. Let's just check how we are positioned here. That is probably nicely locked down. So you can slowly advance and go Overwatch. You can slowly advance. Hello, Overwatch. I probably didn't need to do that really, but the problem I've got potentially is that I'm going to have to turn you around to kill this area off. And in fact, that might actually not be such a bad idea. You advance there. You advance there. You advance there, and you burn all of those. That worked simply enough. So now you sort of covering this direction. We've got you, no additional time units for you, but you can then go turn around and be ready. You are just going to burn an area here as a block for now, until we can find a way to get around the situation. Okay, this isn't such a bad turn, this one. I'm going to have you assist and go down there. I'm rather proud of the way I handled that. We've now bunched the enemies up together. You've jammed your weapon, unfortunately. So they're going to try and run off. Gene Stealer's at the entryway. We might be able to do something about that. 1, 2, turn, burn. And with the added bonus that you can now advance on reasonably safely. Both those doors are closed, so they've got to spend an extra 2 time units on that, so you're just going to advance. Right, your weapon jammed. You can undo that. No. 1, 2. Overwatch. This is probably important because there's going to be a group of them arriving from there quite shortly. You two are extremely sacrificable at this stage. Alright, you should probably advance as far as you can from now. All of our units that are good in melee are now there. Awesome. Yep. You're staying at the back because we need you to cover things. You 2, 3, turn. So I think we got some air. We're nicely covered here, I think. So I can get you on Overwatch, but I don't think we need to. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, they're going to try and advance through the middle. He's just trying to dodge him, strangely. Which he's done. You then. Alright, that's 1 down. We could Overwatch here, but I'm actually going to take another shot before Overwatching. You I'm going to keep there and we'll debate for now. You can't actually do a lot to prevent what's happening over there. Good shot. Okay. And actually, that's probably fine for you to stay there, to be honest, because that's going to cover the entranceway here. I can get you out of the way as well at this stage. Overwatch. Because then I can go and have you cover from this direction when that eventually happens. You've then got that route covered. So I've got this entire area pretty much safe and secured, other than the bit that's going on in here, which I do concede is a little bit of a problem. You can Overwatch from there, so that'll keep you covered in that eventuality. Overwatch. And you... I'm going to step backwards here, because I'm not 100% sure how this is going to turn out. Yep, that's a kill. It did jam his weapon though, but that's okay. We can live with that. Alright, so Sergeant has an issue there. You need to unjam your weapon first. Let's see, who can you take a shot at? So you've got this guy. It's probably worth using all your shots on this actually, rather than overwatching. Yep, that was. So you still have the option of overwatching, but with one guy singularly there, you can probably get away without doing that. Now, if I can somehow arrange to get that out of the way... We'll see how this works. We've got plenty of time units for this. Right, you're dead. We're now into bonus time units only. That's now opened, and we can now see the path to the object. I don't believe torching it will do anything, but that's sort of what I'm looking at here. Using you now to torch that area and keep it safe. Then having you run for it. Might mess something up here, but with you covering it there, you there, you going there, turn Overwatch, backspace Overwatch. So I think all the routes are covered that they can go down. I mean, there's a possibility that he'll come around to there, but that's fine. We'll be able to shoot him when he does. We still have you as a flamer as an option. Well, because we're going to be following up with you in any case. Yeah, in fact, actually, your first move is probably going to be to dive into there so I can burn again. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Noozle's getting some kills at least. G-Still's lurking at the entry points. That's fine. We can live with that. How are they doing? So they did open up the door there. Therefore you're going to get a free burn kill. You are a little more awkward to sort out at this stage of the game. But I can go 1, 2... Oh, I can't actually. Darn. And the reason I can't is because if I advance him beyond that and then use the Flamer to cover this position off for now, which I still might try, he might be within range. Actually, he probably won't be in range there. Ah, we're taking risks now. So we know that's there. That then covers. 2, 3, 4. So we have our backup troops in position. We have you going backwards. Overwatch. We have you on long range Overwatch. We have you on long range Overwatch. Don't we have a long range Overwatch actually these days? Back one space and Overwatch. And the rest of that should be pretty much automatic. I'm going to move you up because that gives me a few options there, I suppose. jam, but thankfully we got that position covered. More Genestealers lurking at entry points. A few automatic moves here, really. Unjam Overwatch. Still one guy there. But that's slightly easier to deal with now. We've got lots of time units in reserve here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, turn. Yes. It's better for us to just be secure at this point. I'm not going to do that because I don't want the game to just suddenly decide that's actually going to kill the device. I'm sure it will. I'm fairly certain it won't actually, but I just don't want to take the risk. Not that I've gone this far. You can advance back into position, and in fact use the rest of your movement to get within striking range of the device. I think we're close. You're going to retreat and advance. You can't move. You've still got movement. The Flamer has, but there's nothing for you to flame at this stage of the game. There's no Genestealers left. Him, and oh, you jammed at the wrong moment and he didn't save you. Darn it! Was that the first casualty? No, I think we lost one earlier, but darn it. It was all going so well. And then you had to go and do something silly like that. Operate the computer. And that should be game. It should be. There we go. Continue debriefing. Right, so survivors of Alpha Squad. We lost 2 guys. Both our sergeants survived. Let's rev some ranking up. A couple of less than Apostle. He didn't obviously gain enough kills to get to 4th rank. Which is fine. So, second mission of the video then. Harbinger of Despair, isolate. Marines will enter at these coordinates. We must operate the object marked there. Foe will come from there. Enemies are present there. Okay, this one doesn't seem... The path there is a little awkward, but I don't see this being too tricky at the moment. We'll see, though. Doubtless it is something to surprise us. So we have... We actually know the locations of those 3, which is a little weird. I don't have a lot of spare time units, but I kind of have to do this. If that seemed like a silly idea, it was, but we're still going to do it. Move forward 2, and move forward 2, because that door's closer, which is the main reason I was looking at that. Right. You're going to advance onwards regardless. I'm going to ignore that, because they can still come around the back. You are going to position yourself there and Overwatch. I don't think I have to worry about this turn, but that's an early problem for us to have to deal with, because that's actually within strike range of the entrance, which is why I've considered that. Oh, he is so dead. So dead. Right, Acreal then. We don't want to lose you. We really don't want to have to lose you. You don't have a flamethrower this round because they decided to switch who gets it. And, let's say you're so good at this normally. Right. One left there. Alright, so I've got 4 turns, 4 time units left in reserve. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move you up 1, 2, Overwatch. 3, 4. Two shots to try and kill, or an Overwatch, which will eventually result in 2 shots anyway. Right. You get to there, and Overwatch, you get to there, and sit up there. Oh, this is an annoying start, I'll be honest. Did I not put you on Overwatch? Are you not on Overwatch? Are you... Did I use up the tiny units I was meant to say to put you on Overwatch? Oh. I hope you're good in melee. You won't be. And he's actually in retreat. Didn't make it, but... Okay, they decided not to move for whatever reason. Right, so the problem area I thought was going to happen is about to happen. But for now... 1, 2, turn. You're actually safe from Overwatches this turn, so I'm actually going to advance you as far as I can. 2, 3, 4. I'm using up the bonus points, I know, but we need to advance, and this is probably the easiest way of doing that is to go around this end at this stage. So I'm going to operate Acreal that way as well. And I might leave my Flamer back. Depends, though. We've got some issues coming up here, I'm sure of it. Right, that area might be bugged, and again... Oh, maybe it's not bugged. Maybe I've just sacrificed him. You didn't die last time, so therefore you must die this time. Clearly that is the mentality I have got in this game at the moment. Right. And you advance forward. Right, so... I mean, the only thing we can do here really is use the Flamer here, try and secure this sort of area, go around the outside, hope. But just depends what he does. See, they've decided to just hang around that area a little. I'm going to have some major problems here shortly. 1, 2, open. Right, we can still put him on Overwatch, and we're probably still going to put him on Overwatch. But for now, let's see how far I can move everybody else. As most of the Gene Stealers have come from this sort of direction. Right. You're going to have to Overwatch, actually, because of where the other ones are. And I've probably fired enough. I've been a bit gung-ho here, haven't I? Alright, you Overwatch. You're going to go down and Overwatch. You're going to go along. You're going to go down and just prepare. And you're going to go down and prepare. Meanwhile, we're going to hope that nobody comes around the top, because that's where we're going. Oh! Yeah, that was bad. Okay. Your job then. Actually appear to have... Actually, you don't have anything. We've got nothing in reserve, do we? I've got to somehow hope that you survive. You're not going to, but I've got to hope it. You can one turn Overwatch, but it's not going to help us a lot. So you'd be better off Overwatching from there. You're better off just holding off. One turn Overwatch, I can then keep you on Overwatch, I suppose. I'm taking some risks here, I know I am, but I'm probably going to have to. So it's 2 points behind that are safe. Got a Flamer there as well. I'm just going to keep advancing here, because if I can actually flame this bottom area off, that might help us out massively in a bit. Oh, you would jam your weapon at the wrong moment. From behind, he had no chance. That Flamer was amazing. The problem now comes is I can't really do a lot here. I can self-destruct him, strangely, which should probably be the best move I can make for him. Oh dear, we're getting our deaths today, I think. Right. We actually have some spare time units, so... Shot 1. Shot 2. Overwatch. Well, there's our spare time units gone. 2. Overwatch. The good thing is, with the flamer back up there, I might be able to do something in a turn or two. And I'm going to prepare for that. In the meantime, that's cleared out anybody who was in that sort of positioning. So you two have now got to bolt. Okay. 6 survivors so far. And they've used a blocking piece there and have just left us there. Okay, we can live with that. Oh, actually, what I really would have... I should have... I've done this the wrong way around, but I've got this time. I'm going to recover that one. But what I should have done was had a round of shooting with you. Because that'll now allow me to have a look at where the actual problem areas are going to be. So I can now flame this area off, or I could attack this one. I'm not going to decide which just yet, because actually what I imagine is going to happen shortly is that I'm going to have to block this area off, and I've got nobody up there. So, Zephyr, that's your normal movement, we're done there. I'm going to keep these two together. That's probably the only way they're realistically going to survive. Free turn, I can then burn here. That tells me how few there actually are on the map. And I can probably afford to do that. Okay, there's nothing on the board anymore. Leg it. Right, they're out of time units, so feel, wherever you are. We're going to remain there. So every enemy disposed of. And nothing up there. Which is surprising. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to use our elite soldier as the absolute blocking piece. And it will be absolute. Meanwhile, I'm going to put another burning block there. And then we're going to advance you and you up as fast as we can here. Arguably I could keep that block with just you, but the flame is definite. Everything else isn't. So... probably worth turning you round. No, actually no. There was no point in that, because I actually need you to just hold that area. Yeah, I see you approaching now. So your turn is backwards Overwatch, your turn is run up there. So he's going to need some help shortly. Your turn is to get down there and using all your time units to do it. Your turn is to have a look at how many flame shots you've got. Go, that's a good number. It's not a good number. So I've messed that up. Oh dear. Alright, fine. Everything's going wrong at the moment, isn't it? Oh, at least we got him. But so much for security, for absolute secure positioning. So you're now stuck there. We're going to unjam. You're going to make better prayers to the dice gods, because we're not getting a lot of CP at this stage. Retreat, and Overwatch, and hope. Okay, they didn't do anything. So you have the time units to operate that, so now we're going to go hunting with our last of our time units and see if we can get Acriel another couple of kills. Oh, I wanted another couple of kills. Alright, we can still do that with you. Two shots. Nope. You then operate your device. End of round. Mission has been accomplished. Acreal still survives. One member of Bravo's squad improves to rank 2. Let's have a look at the next mission then. The penultimate mission of the game. Annihilate. Will enter from those coordinates. Destroy the objects marked on the map. The foe will enter from those 2 locations. Enemies are present at those 2 locations. Again, this looks fairly easy, but we will see how easy it is, I'm sure, in due course. So next time, the final 2 missions of Harbinger of Despair. Until then.